Hello everybody, ciao a tutti, welcome to Art with Ms.B. Today I'm going to guide you in a beautiful, relaxing, mindful practice. This time of the year is very busy for all of us, regardless our age. Kids are very excited and also tired for the school, and adults, we have so many things to take care of. I personally participate into a Christmas market as a artist, so I had to prepare many pieces for that. I had my students' winter showcase in school, so I had to prepare for that as well. And I finished two college courses in art history, so I had the finals to do. So I'm very tired, and sometimes I am so focused in what I'm doing that my mind is really always outside of my body. So I never get a moment or a time to think about the way that I feel mentally and physically. So remember that mindful practice is a sort of like a mental yoga, is a that 15, 20, 25 max minutes that you dedicate to yourself. There is no focus on a specific element, principle, technique, media. That is just something that we do. We usually use repetitive patterns because the repetition of the pattern, the repetition of the same movement kind of allows your mind to be present, zoom in what you're doing, and avoiding like to plan too much, to worry too much, and to wander around. You can do this practice in silence, as I would do, or you can use the music. If you do use the music, I really encourage you to use something like a soft and just instrumental. Don't use a music or a song that you know so well, because you might want to feel like dancing and singing, and then it's actually beautiful and amazing as it's healthy, but it's not what we are trying to do here, right? So I suggest you to find a nice um, place for you to practice, good posture, feel like that your body is like present, focus on your breath in and out from the nose very naturally. And today I'm gonna use just the markers. You can do the same practice with crayons, with pencil, with markers, with brush markers, with acrylic markers, whatever you would like, anything that you have available. I'm gonna use a small piece of mixed media paper, and you can use whatever you have available. Even if it's not a mixed media paper, it's totally fine. Remember that the purpose of this practice is to focus on the process itself, and through the process, kind of refocus on the way that we feel. Do we feel cold? Do we feel warm? Do we feel like any ache in our body? Do we feel our posture be the right one? Do we feel our like chest expanding when we breathe? So let's try to do this. I'm gonna switch to the camera so we can start. Okay. Remember that mindful practice are supposed to be very spontaneous, so you can do exactly what I'm doing, or you can do something different. It's really up to you. You're gonna set the base for the pattern that we are about to create. You can really copy me, or maybe try something different. Remember, if you do not have markers, or if you wish to use another media, you can definitely do that. I feel that the movement of my hands, and actually mostly the sound of the marker touching and scrubbing against the paper, is already something that I can use to stay present in this practice. And sometimes if my mind wanders around thinking about what I have to do later or tomorrow or what happened the day before, I gently invite my mind to stay present to this experience and just focus on the colors that I'm using, on the patterns that I'm creating. Remember to breathe deeply, expand your chest. If your mind does allow it, you can do a sort of a body scanner with your mind, and you kind of pretend that you're going through your head and then the neck, the shoulder, the arms, the chest, the stomach, the belly, the hips, the legs, passing through the knees and the ankle, and maybe you can focus on your feet. Are they touching the ground? Are they cold? Are they warm? Do you feel any I don't know, pain? You can wiggle your fingers just to try to activate that connection between your mind and your body. Changing the rhythm of which you're doing the pattern also is another trick that you can use to see if your mind is still present and is very well connected. You slow down and you go faster. You can pick your colors randomly. In this practice, as we say, it's not about any specific element, or you can just prep the colors like I did, so I don't have to think about it and I don't get distracted. You can really do whatever feels more spontaneous and more natural for you. You don't worry about the perfection or imperfection of these strokes or short lines. You just do it. Sometimes you can feel your hand a little tired or sore. That's perfect actually, because that feeling, that physical sensation help us to stay connected with our body. Another tip to help you stay present and avoid daydreaming is that you can count how many lines you trace when you inhale and how many lines you trace when you exhale, and you try to make it equal. For example, I trace, I don't know, let's say 5 and then 5 to exhale. Probably I need 7. You don't have to do it the whole exercise, but just maybe if you feel that you're getting distracted, and then you can go back and breathe and breathe naturally, deeply. from the other side and see what happens. This direction doesn't come natural to me, which is great for this practice because I have to stay really, really more focused in what I'm doing. Otherwise, my lines will be like they will go in every direction possible. So, and I feel that is also very good practice for fine motor skills. If you need to take a little break, of course you take a little break, you stretch out, you fix the posture, and then you keep going. Oops. little break. Fix your posture. Make sure that you always feel comfortable. And if there is some like a discomfort, you kind of focus on the area of your body that might feel a little like sore. And then you kind of send your breath in that area. But gently always invite your mind to come back and just focus on line and line, line, line after line. As I say, the sound of the markers or whatever you're using on the paper can definitely help you. The soreness of the hand that you started to feel after you repeated the same type of stroke over and over, that is also something that allows you to be present, because it's a temporary sensation and feeling connected to the practice that you're doing right now, connected with your experience in this very moment. A beautiful way to do this mindful practice is find like really a moment and a space in your home with where it's quiet, right? And it's silence. But sometimes that is not possible because we share a space, right? So you might have siblings and other people in the family that are also doing other activities. And it is okay. You can still really get all the benefits out of this practice when there is no quiet around you. Actually, it might be, for some of us, might be even a little better. But try always to focus on what you are doing and what you are feeling, and not what other people are doing or feeling. You can use a canceling noise earpod, for example. And if you want to go with the music, please remember, don't pick a music that can distract you. There is nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's not what we will want to achieve with this practice. So this practice is really meant to be done in silence or with a very soft instrumental background. Maybe some sounds of nature. Stay with it, we're almost done. Very good job for completing the practice. You can set some mental intentions if you want, since we're about to end the practice. You can repeat a little mantra for yourself, a little quote that you're very attached to, or an emotional reminder that you want to give yourself. I am fine, I am safe, I am loved, and everything is going to be okay. And off we go. We dedicated ourselves these 20 minutes of practice, and it doesn't matter what you have. It could be something like mine, it could be something completely different. Thank you so much, and very good job for sticking to the practice. I'm gonna switch the camera to say goodbye. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. I really need it, and I hope that you need it too. Remember that these practices are meant to be done every time that we have like few minutes for ourselves, or if we need to kind of uh, refocus on ourselves mentally and physically. Remember that you can use any media, you can copy exactly the practice that I'm proposing you, but you can also make some change and be flexible. This channel is meant to, really be approachable for everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can check other mindful practices as well as other short practices that I am uploading and I uploaded in the past. Remember to subscribe and remember to like my video. Is the best feedback that I can have, so I can keep kind of adjusting and improving this beautiful community that we are building together. So thank you so much. Have you all a fantastic day wherever you are, and I see you all very soon. Ciao a tutti.